Hello, good morning everyone. I hope that you're doing well. I saw on last week's checkpoint that I asked how people were feeling during the week, and a few people said that they were feeling anxious or sad, and a lot of it had to do with just what's going on with coronavirus and also not being sure about schools being closed, how long it's going to last. I'm going to share a breathing technique that I like to do with you. I also have had some moments where I've been feeling anxious just because this is a whole new situation and it is hard to know what's going on. This was something that I learned from another teacher that I used to work with. All right, so we're taking our hand, and this is kind of like the quiet time that we do in class. It's a chance for us to just take a moment and breathe. It only takes a minute, but I find that it really helps. So we have one hand with the other hand. We're starting at the palm, and we need to breathe in before we can breathe out. So we're going to breathe in as we go out, and then we're going to breathe out as we come back in towards our palm. So here we go. You can join along with me as I'm doing it as an example. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. I hope that that was helpful for you. Today is May 13th, and the title of today's warm-up is called Laundry Time. And this is actually inspired by my neighbor. I don't think they're out there right now. But you can see that they have a laundry thing out in their backyard. A lot of times they'll be out there and they're actually hanging up their wetsuits. So our warm-up's not about wetsuits, but it is about laundry. I'm assuming other people have probably seen either their family doing laundry or maybe your neighbor doing laundry and hanging clothes up to dry in their backyard. So this is connected to that. So you can think about when you've seen this in your actual lives. In this warm-up question, it tells us how many clothespins we need for different clothing items. So for a shirt, we need 3 clothespins to hang it up. For pants, we're using 4 clothespins per pair of jeans and 6 clothespins per towel. The first question is just how many pins does a person need to hang up one of each item? And then the second question is how many would we need if we hang 3 shirts and 2 pants? Please pause the video and try this on your own. Alright, looking at the first question, we're trying to figure out how many pins we need if we're just hanging one of each. You can see that I have the tally marks on the clothes to represent how many clothespins there are for each. And here we're combining the ones we need for the shirt with the one that we need for the pants with the one that we need for the towel. So because we're combining them all together in total, I'm thinking, okay, this seems like an addition problem to me. So I wrote 3, which is the number that we needed for the shirt, plus 4 for the pants, plus 6 for the towel. And then I combine these first, so 3 plus 4 gives me 7, plus the 6 gives me 13. So I know she would need 13 pins total. Remember that you should be writing your answer in a complete sentence when we're using story problems. That way we know what this number stands for. So basically we're putting it back in context with the problem. For the second question, my first thought was that I could do repeated addition, kind of like how we did here. So I'm thinking of if I'm adding them together. So I need 3 shirts, so I need 3 plus 3 plus 3, and then 2 pants. There's 4 per pant, then that'd be 4 plus 4. And then I realized that I could kind of take a shortcut and be more efficient. And I can rewrite 3 plus 3 plus 3 as 3 groups of 3, so 3 times 3. And this is 2 groups of 4, or 2 times 4. So I end up with 9 and 8, and I add those together to get the total number of clothespins, which is 17. It's possible that you just did this and got 17, or maybe you just did this and got 17. I wanted to show the connection between the 2 different methods. Alright, it is now time for our checkpoint question. So we're building off of the laundry example, and we're starting to ask some more complicated questions. So here, we're thinking that we start with 20 clothespins, and we're trying to figure out different combinations that we could do. So we have 20 clothespins total. We must hang at least one of each item, and we're trying to find 2 different ways that we can hang out 5 items. At this point, you should have already solved the problem on your own. Please now copy down this table so you're ready to follow along with the example. I'm going to show the first one as an example, and then you'll be doing the second way on your own. My first step was that I put in one of each clothing item. So I put 1, 1, 1, because I know that she needs to hang at least one of each item. I totaled those up, so I knew that if I had one shirt it was 3 pins, one pair of jeans is 4 pins, and one towel is 6 pins. And I saw how many that would be already if I just have one of each, and that gives me 13. And then I thought, like, okay, I'm going to add 2 more t-shirts and see what happens. So now I have 3 shirts, 1 jean, and 1 towel. And for the shirts, that's 3 plus 3 plus 3, so I have 9 pins for that, plus the 4 pins for the jeans, plus the 6 pins for the towels. So I know that I have 9 plus 6 and 4 is 10, so that gives me 19 pins altogether. Your task right now is to figure out a different way that we could combine the clothing items. Make sure that you're still following the rules that we were given at the beginning. So she cannot use more than 20 clothespins, and she has to use at least one of each clothing item. You're also going to explain why she cannot hang out more than 5 items. This part is a little bit more challenging, so you will need to think hard about how you can figure this out, and also explain it in a way that can make sense to other people. Thank you for watching this YouTube video today. I know that it can be hard to keep track of all your assignments while you're at home, so I'm really proud of everyone who's continued to watch these videos, complete your classwork, and also continue to do Freckle. That takes time management and organization to keep track of all of those things. So, shout out to all of you who are doing that. Also, reminder that our challenge for this week is to think about how we can bring out the best in others. So, I want you to think about what are things that you've done already this week that have helped bring out the best in others, so help build people up or create a positive space.